Hey guys, what's up? What's up? Welcome to the video. And finally, we've had this program done since last night, but man, we had some technical issues with the video and stuff. So finally, we're dropping this to everybody. Thank you for the interest. Thank you for the subs. You guys are terrific. I really appreciate it. So a couple of things. This is not a video on how to jailbreak your PS3, so we're not going to cover that. You need to have a modded PS3, obviously, and we are not responsible for anything in the menus. We didn't develop them, we didn't create them, we just put them in here. So any issues that you have with the menus, that's something, unfortunately, you're going to have to take up with the creators of the menus. So we have here not like 15, 20, not 25, not 30. We got 41 menus here. 41, 32 multiplayer, 9 zombies. Of course, there's not a whole lot of menus for zombies, but we got some heavy hitters here. As far as zombie menus, they're freaking awesome. So anyway, this video is going to be long, guys. I'm sorry, but we're going to cover everything, including not just how to use this program, how to get online, how to be the host, how to get these menus to work, and how to sign in safely to PSN and what you should be doing, not just for this game, but I guess you could use that for any game. So yeah, let's go ahead, man, and let's get started, because I know some of you have been waiting a while for this. So go ahead and install the package. Let me start off by telling everyone that I'm gonna do this tutorial kind of like in a very noobish way, not to insult anybody, but I want to make sure that everybody understands it. So I'm going to do it pretty slow and step by step, so just be patient and please watch the whole video, because I assure you, 99% of the answers to your question are probably going to be in the video. So just watch the whole thing. So just relax, chillax, grab some snacks, take a deep breath, be patient, and let's go ahead and let's do this. So go ahead and install the program, and you should have the loader here, and this is our Black Ops GSE injector self and e-boot loader, or just Geist loader for short. So anyway, this just inserts the programs. This has nothing to do, once you get out of it, it doesn't affect the menus in any way. It doesn't run in the background. Once you get out, that's it. It's just injects files. So let's go ahead and you notice we don't have any games or anything. We're also going to cover what CFW should do and what CFW, Cobra, and non-Cobra should do in order to get on. All right. By the way, when you run this program, don't get nervous if sometimes when you run it, you're going to see a little window that says different firmware detected, deleting backup files. It's just kind of a glitch. The program does that because it automatically backs up the files that it's putting in. It's extracting the ones already there and it's putting it in its own backup folder. But we've already you're not going to lose any files because we've already put them into the injector themselves, including the original e-boot and original self. So you don't have to worry about that. It's just cleaning out its own backup files. So it says that, and we're trying to work on it. It's just a glitch that's been there for a little while. But anyway, let's go ahead. Let's get into it. And this is for Bless 01710 convert. See, look, here we go. It says it there. Just don't worry about it. Just hit OK. I have a video that shows you that I just put up today on how to do a region conversion, how to convert, a game from one region to another. So if yours is Blus, BLUS, something, whatever, you can convert it over to Bless to this version. All right, so here we are. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Basically, guys, if you're in KEX, you only need to do 1, 2, and 3 one time. The only time you'll ever need to come back here is just to choose whether you want multiplayer menus to show or zombie menus to show. If you're on Dex, when you come to e-boots, you will have a choice for Dex multiplayer e-boot or for Dex zombie e-boots. But for KEX, it's just one to rule them all, and we're going to try and make one for Dex as well. So let's go ahead. We're running KEX right now. And everybody, I suggest you follow along exactly. So let's pick multiplayer. If you're in Dex, you can go ahead and pick the e-boot for Dex multiplayer. But let's start with multiplayer because the process for to sign in to zombies and multiplayer is a little bit different. So we'll talk about that. Okay, now we're going to go to number 2, and you're going to do custom self files, and obviously you're going to pick the top one, the mod itself, zombie, and multiplayer. The original is there in case you do want to install the original self file. Okay, and now we're going to install number 3, and there's only one option here, and this is good for Kex and Dex. Okay, and that's it. And then again, once you do 1, 2, and 3, you never have to use those again. You're just going to come in here to pick multiplayer or zombie. So we're going to go to 4, and we're all doing multiplayer. So we can follow along. Hit yes. This one, these insert very quickly because the file is small. So it installs very quick. A status bar doesn't even need to come up. And on some of these, when it's injecting, you won't, the loading bar will only go like halfway and then it'll go immediately to the next item. That's okay. Don't expect it to hit 100% every time. That's only because some of the files are so small that it goes through it really quick. You won't see it finish to 100%. It literally does it like this, like a blink of an eye. And here's the backups I was talking about. So here, if you go into it, you can see whatever backups it's done. But again, this is kind of like a little junk folder. Don't worry about it at all. We're going to try and actually phase this out. So let's go to the XMB. Okay, now we picked multiplayer. Here is where it's going to be different. If you're CFW non-Cobra, you're going to load the game via whatever game manager you're going to use. Okay, if we're on Cobra, we're obviously, hopefully, you're smart enough to activate Webman, and we're going to use Webman to load the game. But here's how you're supposed to log in to games. Okay, and if you do this a different way, these menus won't work. Not only that, but you run the risk of getting banned or whatever, even if it's another game. But for this game and all games, the method is load game, clear history and syscalls files, sign in to PSN, then launch game. Those are the 4 steps. Load game, clear history and CFW files, sign into PSN, and then launch game. Remember those 4 steps. So for those of you that don't have Cobra, you can use either PSN, and I'm not going to go through all of this, but I would suggest PSN. You can use PSN patch, or you can use Send Enabler to clear out your history and your syscalls files. Both of them do a good job. Not as good as Cobra Webman combo, but pretty close. So you can you can use either one of those. For PSN patch is very easy. You just press X to go into it. Once you're in there, you hit triangle, and that's it. It will clear out and disable your CFW syscalls files. But we're not going to do that right now. That's not the first step. First, you're going to load the game. Okay. So if you're on non-Cobra, go ahead and use Irisman or whatever you're going to use to load the game. Always make sure that after you load the game disk icon shows somewhere here. All right. Normally these game managers, they don't do that. They don't put it up. Where it resides is here in the folder. Launching the game from the folder is always a bad idea because you're going online with a game, and what you're doing is, even if you're clearing the history or whatever, yeah, you've cleared it, but then the last thing you did before you went online with the game was launch the game from a folder that's not supposed to exist, that only exists on a modded PS. So why are you doing that? It defeats the purpose. Always launch it from the icon. If your icon doesn't pop up because you use the game manager, put any working PS3 disk in, and the icon will pop up regardless of what game you put in there. Okay, so do that now and load the game. All right, and those of us who are on Webman, go ahead and have Cobra. You can go ahead and load the game as well. So you'll have the disk icon. Okay. I'm going to show you what I mean here. Okay, so now we've loaded the game. Now this is something experimental. You're not going to have the second icon. I just put it there. I'm taking it away. Something we're working on maybe later on. Okay, so yours will just obviously show the one. So now you've loaded the game. Now for non-Cobra, again, go into PSN patch. At this point, you're going to press X to go in. press triangle to clear your history and your CFW systems files. It doesn't say clear history there, it'll just say CFW delete or CFW disabled right next to the little triangle symbol. It clears your history at the same time. And then when you're back here at the XMB, then you're going to sign in. For those of us on Cobra, we've already loaded the game. There is a shortcut built in where you hit R2 plus triangle at the same time, and it will clear your history and systems files. You got to move it somewhere else because you might. It takes a couple of tries, but press R2 and triangle at the same time, and you should clear it. There we go. Okay, so that's it. Now you hear it beep. Confirmation comes up in the little right-hand corner. That's it. We've cleared it. Now you can go ahead and you can sign in to to PSN. So let's go ahead and let's sign in now. Now that we've signed in, we can go ahead and launch the game. Now we've selected multiplayer, but those of us on KEX will be taken to the zombie screen. Don't worry about it and don't press anything. I'll meet you there. Okay, now I know we picked multiplayer, but on KEX we're going to be presented with this menu. Don't do anything, just wait a few seconds. That's what's going to happen. Now you may not get it on yours. I don't know if it has something to do with Send Enabler or whatever, because I'm on 4.80 rebug with Send Enabler. I think it has something to do with the e-boots or whatnot. But just wait a few seconds and this Facebook prompt will pop up. This only pops up on zombies. So just wait, okay? And when it pops up, you can go ahead and hit circle. Now, when we're going to play multiplayer, okay, for those of us on KEX, all we're going to do is not touch anything and then go to hit circle and then hit multiplayer. We only did one e-boot, so we had to make it so that it goes into zombies. It's just designed that way. And then you just go to multiplayer. Now, those of you on Dex, when you do the multiplayer e-boot, you'll go directly into multiplayer, so you don't have to do that step. And you shouldn't get that Facebook warning. So now here, wait till the word store comes down at the bottom. See, it popped up. Now you're going to go into local, and you're going to wait 10 to 20 seconds for the loader to load all the menus or whatever. It's not going to tell you it's done. It just takes about 10 to 20 seconds. Now let's hit L2 and down at the same time. And this takes a lot of tries, guys. I didn't create this injector. This is one that we just loaded up with menus. So yeah, L2 and down at the same time. It'll take a few tries, man. So just be patient. Sometimes you got to hold down while pressing L2. The funny thing is, once it opens once, then from here on out, you won't have too many problems. There we go. All right. Wow, that took a few tries. All right. Basam is always the first one. Now here, whenever you want to use a menu, all right, or if you want to see the next menu, always pick no, and it will go to the next one. You hit no, and it goes to the next one. Whenever you find a menu you like, just hit yes. Okay. And then at the second prompt, it's always going to be no, no matter what. But the reason why you're coming into local is because if you ever want to go online, you need to come to local. You need to make sure it's on Basam. And this is when we're playing multiplayer. And you're going to hit yes on Basam. So this is what you need to do before you play other people online. Here, again, it's always going to be no. All right? And then just start the match. What you're going to do is you're going to launch Basam, and then when it opens up, we are going to do force host. So that way we could be the host when we select to go online. Okay, here we go. It's L1R3, and there we are. Now we're going to go to lobby, press X, and you're going to scroll down to where it says force host. Press X, and see it says force host on. We're going to go ahead and just get out of this. Just hit start and hit end game. Hit yes. Now, when you go into the multiplayer lobby, you're going to hit L2 and down to open up the injector. You can pick any menu you want. You can pick Basam, you can pick anything. As long as you don't exit multiplayer, you don't have to do this forced host again. You only have to do it one time. Okay, but you have to do it here in the local. So we're going to leave this. We're still in multiplayer environment. We're going to play online. Okay, and here you can open up the menu, L2 and down. And I'm going to fast forward the video until my thing opens up. Okay, there we go. So it remembers where you left off last. So we were on Basam, but you don't have to pick Basam. You could pick another one. Let's hit no there. We got Acid Rain. Guys, there's a bunch of them here. Okay. Oh, Blaze was a good one. I should have picked that one. Caked Up. Well, they're all good. But Blaze was really, really awesome. Elegance. Let's do this one. This is a favorite of everybody. Where is it here? Fudgy. There we go. Let's do Jiggy. Let's hit yes. And again, this is always going to be no. Let's go to public match. And then we're going to start the match. I'm going to fast forward this, guys, and I'm going to show you me opening up the menu. This is pretty much it for multiplayer. When you want to get out, come back here, hit L2 and down, pick a different menu. Again, you don't have to do that force host thing just one time. Pick a different menu, go in, you should be the host, and your menu should work. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to fast forward this so you can see it working, and then I'm going to show you how to sign in to Zombie, okay? For Zombie, remember, we disabled our Syscal's files, our CFW Syscal's files. So now if you want to go to Zombie, you have to escape to the XMB and you need to reboot your PS3. So I'm going to showcase this a little bit, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'll meet you at the XMB because the process for Zombies is a little bit different.
Hey, the game is starting. The game's starting.
Deadly force is authorized. UAV inbound.
Boy, I haven't sniped in about 2 games.
Team deathmatch.
He told me he lost.
You are authorized to engage. We're winning this fight.
Okay guys, so we're here back at the XMB. Remember that you can't, when you clear your CFW Syscal's files, you cannot launch this app or any other app. Your PlayStation may glitch up or freeze because we disabled them. When you reboot, everything goes back to normal, right? So now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna pick Zombies. Anything that you pick in this loader, by the way, it remembers. So if you pick multiplayer and you turn off the PS, and a week from now you go back into the PS and you want to play multiplayer again, you don't even have to come in here because the last thing you did was load up the multiplayer menus, and it remembers everything you did. So the step 1, 2, 3, and 4, it remembers that. So let's go ahead, let's go in and let's pick Zombies this time, and let's come back out to the Okay, and here we are. And by the way, it says all previous changes were deleted. They weren't. Just ignore that. It remembers everything you did. We're going to go ahead and we're just We don't even need to do 1, 2, or 3 again. We're just going to come here and pick zombie. It's going to do it very, very quickly. See? Let's go back out to the XMP. Now, for those on Dex, you're going to pick Dex e-boot for zombies, of course, and then you're going to pick zombies. Now, you're going to do the same thing we did before. So I'm going to fast forward through this. Remember, you need to load the game. You need to make sure that the disk icon is showing and you launch it from the icon, but just load it first. Then delete your history and your CFW syscalls files the way I showed you for multiplayer. Then you're going to sign in, and then you're going to launch the game. The game will open up into zombies, but don't do anything. Wait for that Facebook logo to pop up, and then I'm going to tell you what you need to do from there because it's a little bit different. Okay, so here we are. I'm going to wait for that Facebook prompt to pop up. If it doesn't pop up within 10 seconds, then that means you don't have to worry. Your system doesn't do it. Both of my systems are on rebug and they're spoofed with send enabler. So I don't know if it's a send enabler thing or what, but again, don't worry about it. Now, we're going to play zombies, all right? But here's what you got to do if you're on Kex and Dex. Don't do anything here. Once that Facebook thing goes away, or pops up, hit circle for it to go away, you must activate the GSC injector over in multiplayer, even if you want to play zombies. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit circle and go to multiplayer. Now, here in multiplayer, all we're going to do is we're just going to go into local, and we are going to open up the GSC injector and just close it. That's it. That's all we're going to do, and then you're going to go right back to zombies. So see, it opened, right? And notice now that we pick zombies, look, the menu is different. The first one here is Hell's Vengeance. So just hit circle, hit no, always hit no here, okay? And then we're going to escape out, and we're going to go right back to zombies. Now we're here. We're going to go ahead and wait for the little prompt to come up, the Facebook prompt. There we go. Don't ever press anything before that prompt comes up if you guys get that prompt, because your PS3 might actually freeze. If it goes 10 seconds and you don't get the prompt, then you're not going to get it. Don't worry about it. And you also don't get it when you're not connected online. It doesn't pop up. All right, so let's go ahead and let's go. We're going to do the same thing here. We're going to go to local, okay, and just pick transit. And now wait the 10 seconds or so. And then just start hitting L2 and down, just like before. There we go. Now here, all you're going to see are the zombie menus. Hell's Vengeance is first because whenever you want to play online, you have to do the same thing with this as you did with Bassam. You have to do the force host. Now, if you're not going to play online, doesn't matter. You could just go ahead then and pick whatever menu you want, hit yes, then no, and activate the menu. But if you're going to play online, you have to do this. So here, we're going to hit yes. We're going to hit no, always right there, start the match, and then all we're going to do is pick force host, and we're going to get right back out, and then we're going to pick online. Okay, so it's L1R3 to open this one. All right, and there we go. All right, so you're going to scroll down here to host. You're going to press square, and then go down to force host, press square again, and it says enabled. Now I just wait till it goes away. I press start and game, hit yes. That's it. Now you're gonna go and you can play online. When you're at the zombie multiplayer lobby, you're just going to hit L2 and down to pick whichever menu you want. And when you just like before, when you do force host here, you don't have to do it again every time. You only need to do it one time unless you back out of the zombie thing completely. So let's go online. There we go. And that's it, guys. So let's do no there, no there. So there you have it. Now we can just launch. Anytime you want to switch menus, you can just come back out here, pick the menu you want, hit yes, then hit no, And that's it. That's all you have to do. You don't have to do that force thing, that force host thing, except one time. So I'm going to go ahead and do what I did before. I'm just going to showcase a couple of these so you can see that I'm in online and I'm playing. So you see that it works. And that's about it, guys. So very, very simple. Just remember, when you get out of this game, you can't go to multiplayer. If you want to play multiplayer, you have to back out. You have to reboot your PS and then follow the multiplayer steps so you can get online on multiplayer. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to hook this up here. I'm going to use Phoenix and hit no. And then I'm going to go ahead, fast forward through all this. Thank you for watching, guys. Give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe. Thank you for all the people who subscribed before, and for those of you who were showing interest, we really appreciate it, man. Keep showing us the love. Hopefully we'll bring you something else soon. Let us know. And if you find some GSC menus, GSC menus, why can't I say that? If you find some of those menus that you like, send them our way and we'll look into them and we'll see. We may do an update later on where we put more stuff here. Thanks again for watching, guys. Thanks for the love. Take care. We'll see you next time.